VINCENZO'S Go Crypto Investing, your top source and top #1 crypto influencer on social media and YouTube. Bell notification, like the channel, most importantly, subscribe and share to get that truth and information you need on exposing the criminal gangster cartel that have infiltrated the United States government, the Federal Reserve, and the world banking system to knock down and beat down and manipulate the retail investor and trader. And the crypto market is heavily manipulated and heavily correlated to fleece you, orchestrated and executed flawlessly. And just as we expected, the prices on these coins have come down after a nice rally, after the big dump that we had. It wasn't really news based. It was just all technicals. If you're looking and knowing what you're looking at in the daily time frame, we continue to tell you this. And look at this steep decline now. We've went over this extensively. The 50-day or the shorter term moving average continues to decline now at an accelerated rate, and it's going to cross the midterm or 100-day moving average in blue. And in a few days from now, it's eventually going to cross and get underneath for the first time since April the 200-day moving average, and the 100-day moving average is going to slip underneath the 200-day moving average, and it's going to be a complete flip. You're going to have the short term or the 50 at the bottom, the 100-day or the medium in the middle, and then you're going to have the long term or the 200-day over top of it all, just like it was if we look at the way left machine way back here, where you have the 200-day on top, the 100-day in blue in the middle, and the 50-day in red respectively at the bottom. And then you can see we have the great flip right back here. And then we had a huge rally, right? It tried to flip a couple times in here. It was giving signs, but then flipped here. And now it's about to flip here. And that would be a sign that the price is going to continue to come down. And that's exactly what we're watching for as our first initial move to the downside. If it does take this route, would be a double bottom at the bottom part of this green rising channel that we've had major upper resistance. And if we go back even farther on the way back left machine, you can see we had upper resistance, then support, a whole group of support, some more support right here. Nobody cares about Wagner, right? We don't care. We're going to have to go and focus that and put do not disturb, as it's a hot, late summer, warmest temperatures of the season in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area in central Illinois, as we have a 93 degrees with a 79 dew point under mostly to completely sunny skies for the third or fourth straight day of the 90s. But out with the weather and on with the technical analysis, you can see we got rejected by our second falling channel or falling wedge that we've been in ever since the great pump back here. And we went over extensively with a pumping price and a pumping volume mean that's bullish. But then you get a down consolidation and up and sideways consolidation with falling volume after the pump, often noticing, as we see here, a rounding top as the buyers or the bulls become exhausted and the sellers or the bears take over the market and the price is going to come down. We gave you a 32.69% dump that was coming back here in early, very first couple of days of August. And then from that, we had the local capitulation to the wick bottom of about 38%. So it overshot a little bit. And now we came back up. If we zoom into the 3-hour time frame, we came back up and consolidated. And look at that. We got rejected by some areas that were major support after we tested it 3 times and then ferociously broke through it, which signifies a pattern change. We had the relief rally, resistance. Now we're attempting to break down. And if we get underneath this level right here at about the 50.6 cents, you immediately come down and have a big flush down to the 42 cents. And then I feel you could trade a little bit, maybe come back up again, and then ultimately get rejected and come back down to that ever elusive, always talked about for the better part of the last year, this 37 cents. I always feel like I put a price target up here and then it's always gone. At the 37 cents, we've been talking about that for the better part of a year. And that's honestly where I feel the next major flush or the next major move is coming. In here, could we pump? Yes. But I think this is the next major move where we don't breach any old highs, but we breach local lows and come down to 37 cents. And then I feel you could have a nice bounce off of that and you get rejected on a bearish confirmation up here at about the 43 cents. And then you could even, yes, I know it's unbelievable, but you could even come retest this 31 to 28 cent in red VP volume indicator that's been down here, that's been waiting, and has not been broken in several years. And that would be very, very important if this ever indeed did come back down and get retested and get broke, right? That would be a very, very big thing, a very, very bearish thing to have happen. And that is something that I am watching for and will continue to keep you updated on. And we've been warning, really one of the only guys, as you can see, we got the orange trading zone in there. I'm really been the only guy to tell you that this price was going to come down. The news correlated with the technicals, correlated with the judge to orchestrate and execute it flawlessly by those criminal gangsters that I repeatedly warn you about. And that's the reason you need the bell notification, like the channel, subscribe, and share to get that education and truth you need, because it was really a manipulated, orchestrated pump where they just lined up everything at the perfect time in order to manipulate and emotionally move the market and the retail trader to give them false signals, false hope, and FOMO and then get stuck here holding 100% down bag, right? Losing 100% of the pump, which it did. And that's what we're watching out for. And you need to be paying attention for. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love to my lovely, growing, beautiful audience.